Welcome to Speaking About That.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Speaking About That. Today, we're back. I'm Carter, then there's Darren and Ziada. We are back with another new episode. And today is an episode that I'm so excited to film because we have a really special guest with us. Welcome, Sean. Sean, hello.
What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Sean. So, before we start, so you prefer Sean or Iherng? So, like, which one is your like most people what they call you? Yeah, what's
Well, it depends though. Like, Iherng is my real name. A lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people thought it was a branding gimmick, right? Whoa, he just created a font that is a
Oh.
brand, right?
so
Legit is
your Tan
uh,
Iherng is it?
yeah. Then
Oh,
because it's so complicated, I have too many certs with the wrong spellings. That's why a lot. Then until university, then got one lecturer just got fed up, right? Because he couldn't pronounce my name, so he just named me Sean.
okay.
And
my
you
God.
like a Sean, and the Sean he gave me is the SEAN.
SEN. Okay.
So
Not
when
like
you go
SHAW.
around, right? Yeah. So when I go around, so last time when during work time, Sean, you ada nampak Sien tak? Ada satu colleague anda kamu panggil Sien. Sien tu siapa? Sien. Then you show me, oh, this is my name like that.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, so I think throughout the episode, I'll just name you as call you as Sean lah. Okay.
It's okay.
So yeah.
Mm.
So before we start, let me give a bit of backstory, like how we invited you.
Yep.
So basically, guys, we speaking about that is not a famous, well-known channel because we just started, but it's something we do from our passion that we really want. So one day, when I looked through like Sean's Instagram content, I saw one of his content and it's so meaningful and it's so informative. Then I repost through my story. Then surprisingly, Sean replied to my story. Then I'm so like, wow, Sean replied to my story. Then I say I appreciate the content that you did. So then after that, I told my team that I screenshot the conversation to my team. Say like, oh, Sean replied to my story. Then I like, shall we try our luck to like invite him to our show?
Yeah.
So then the next day when I'm in work, then when I'm typing my email, then I'm like, I need to lock down Sean's timing, and invite him to our show as soon as possible. So then that's why I straight away send the invitation to you. Then surprisingly, you straight away just 3 words. Let's do it. Wow.
Let's
Then
do
that
it.
time, let's do it. These 3 words straight away. We're so happy. We're so happy. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you so much for coming and doing this with us. Really appreciate it.
No worries, man. But that's the entire thing where I hope back then, if somebody like me started off, right, the guests would all easily say yes, right? So
Yes.
of course I see like 3 guys. You guys definitely have better things to do on the weekend.
Yes.
But you guys are actually just sitting around like trying to record and trying to talk about things, trying to create something that might possibly be something big in the future. I guess that's the spirit of being young lah. And like the fact that you guys are doing this on Discord server, it's very fascinating to me because I'm really trying to figure out this thing. So yeah, like I really just aspire to be a person that I have when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And like you guys, so next time you guys got no better reasons to push deadlines or to reasons. And I really hope right after this episode you guys can go invite better guests.
Yep.
Like hey, guys, last episode we had Sean, so after this episode, so you can go more and more, and that happened to a lot of different podcasts. And
Yeah.
the fact that I can have that ability, I'm fortunate enough to be in that position to help. Right? Why not? Like it's like 1 or 2 hours of my time. I edit less videos, that is okay, right? But it's to help out the younger like you guys, right? That means the world to me, lah.
Okay.
That
Oh
means
my
the
God.
entire universe to us.
Yeah.
Sean will be our biggest stepping stone.
Yeah, really.
The stepping stone.
Because that
I
on
think
me,
it's
right?
our yeah.
Sorry.
But it's our highlight lah for now. Like
Mm.
I mean, like our podcast, I think we don't film quite a lot. I think we started like April, then we
Mm.
stopped like about around 2 months. We too busy already. But
Mm.
then after that, I say like cannot keep stopping, or else
Yeah.
no one will remember us already. So that's why
Yep.
I say we try to be more consistent. We've been trying to find like guests and everything. So like then I saw this opportunity. Then like okay, this is the opportunity. Masuk straight away. Yeah. Also like I've been following you quite a lot lah, like your content and
Thanks, man.
everything. And I listen quite a lot of podcasts like Yamcha session, Mama session, all those podcasts. Oh my god, all the things that you share is so like honest, straightforward, and I think it helps a lot lah. So like now like our audience mainly is fresh graduate because three of us we also just graduated lah from last year. So like now is the time to like make good financial decision and how to invest and everything. So you're the best guy. I mean, I feel that you're one of the best guy to share all this experience to our audience lah. So yeah. Yep.
That means a lot, man.
Yeah, really. So let's get you started to like introduce a bit more about yourself and about your just your backstory.
Okay, so for those who have not seen my content, most likely you haven't shopped for properties yet. But ultimately, I'm a property YouTuber, so I create contents around the topic of properties in Malaysia. Generally, the more well-known ones are playlists of property reviews. So to date, I think I'm editing episode number 199.
Wow.
So it's almost 200 episodes documented. It means that I have visited around 400 to 500 properties already to date. Yeah, and the entire intention of the channel is to bridge the knowledge gap, because back then when I was younger, how I wish there's this cool brother that can share things without hesitation, share things without having bias or things like that. So it's a better. I don't need to slam into innocent walls. I don't have to make wrong decisions, because all these nuggets, right, were really learned via blood and tears and a lot of drama. So if those can really inspire somebody to actually start investing cleverly, then that's my entire intention. Because the real push back then was when I was working in a property firm. I was advising my client in getting his number 16 or 17. I forgot, number 16 or 17. So technically a lot lah. So back then, a lot of people don't even know that it's possible to own more than 10 properties. This guy was owning 17 and he was asking for my advice. Then I told him, like, you know what, it's number 17. It's not your first time. So go ahead and buy lah. So, and he snapped the picture of the SPA sign. Per square feet, it was 1,002. It was in KL. Then after that, I drive back home. My neighbors were quarreling. 5 grown-ups were quarreling because they were trying to make ends meet for their rent. And that kind of it's really two polarization, like one side you have mighty rich, then the other side you 5 people who is just trying really hard to make ends meet. That's very, very sad. So that put me in a position to think, like, what's the real concern here? What's the real gap here? It's all knowledge. So no one really talks about investment since young, because it's borderline rude. Then because we seldom, especially Asians, we don't talk about money, sex, death enough. Yeah. So these are the topics. There it's all taboos, and it's rude to bring it to the dinner table. Then guess how I learn about financing them if it's not for my parents, right? So that's the gap that I realized, and I'm trying to do that and play that role via the channel. Yeah, that's why the format of the channel then becomes like, it's not as fancy. Like if you look into other channels where they dress really well, like even the hair, setup and all. Mine is like crap, right? But if you really pay attention to what I say, then you really because whatever I do, like early morning I wake up, I press the camera, I open the email and I read and I just reply.
Oh.
So I have to, and this today I'm quite proud of it. It's like 500 episode in. I have not worked with a script before.
Oh.
Oof.
Straight
Yeah.
away, just stop on it.
Yeah, sure, we'll just stop. If I know, I talk. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. Right. So
Okay.
that's why, like now, because of this, it created several problems. So a lot of people would then be very fearful, especially people who want to advertise on the channel, right? So it makes it really hard to buy me in that sense. Like they pay me to get my idea or whatever. I really need to say these things. Oh, I suck in that. I cannot work with scripts. Then therefore it became a selling point as well, where like in Guru, the latest collab, they just run a live show and me there answering questions. It's just a pure Q&A, which has never been done ever before. It's usually a very hot host who's very well dressed, superb English with accent to really pronounce every single word. Yeah, so it's very tiring lah. Like to me, we are all Malaysians, but why you want to speak like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not right. So then slowly the market starts to accept, especially younger crowds, because we are the dominant consumers of content right now. Therefore, it's very we can sniff advertising from afar.
Yes, definitely.
This guy macam kena sponsor already. The way he speak different one. You see that all this kind of thing, right? Like who are you trying to bluff, or who are you trying to act for, right? That's why the spirit of the channel has always been genuine,
Right.
has been persistent. So so that's the passion side of the project, which I started when I was working. So it was a 9 to 5 kind of thing. Then I was working 9 to 5. Then it was a side thing. Then until lately, because of you guys punya support, then it became like I figured out a monetization system to turn it around lah. So now not bad lah.
Yeah, lah. Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, lah. Like what you say, like you don't like scripted because I mean, three of us we are from Escom, so
Yep.
we work in like the media industry. So
Yes.
like myself, what I experienced like KOLs, like all the famous KOLs, like when brands buying their, I think like buying their content or like their
Yep.
story or post, the client will like how to say script like what they want, then the KOL just follow lah, right?
Yep.
So it's like very scripted. It's like I just follow what the client want to do, right? So for your content is like it's special because not much. I think I can say you're the only one. You're you're the only one who is doing like property review and content. So I think it's very good because I mean, like property, like we don't get to learn during like high school or even like uni, right?
Yes.
Not really, really based on like what you experience and everything. Those right, mainly is so like all this knowledge you gain is mainly when you work, lah, right? When
So
you're
yeah, so
working.
after after my SPM, I did A levels, and because a lot of people didn't know this because I don't look that smart, but
No,
but my SPM straight A, right? So I'm a flexing, right? I'm a 30 I'm a 30A student, but I did really bad on my A levels because during my A levels I was working part time, and I have that sudden realization that hey, like why study physics to the extent of quantum, right? Why does the angle of materials molecule matter? It's not going to help me make more money also, right? So if I were to proceed this route further, I'm just going to get better scholarships in studying more of the things that I hate, just because I'm good, right? So and that's the education system that we are brought in. Just because you're good in math, you need to be in science stream.
Yes.
So I kind of like laid back on A levels because I was earning. So I was teaching music. I was selling shoes. I was teaching tuition, and practically I was earning. I was earning a lot of money during my A levels lah. But as a result of that, then the result not so good, and that is when I realized, hey, you know what? There's this subject that combines art and science. And so my physics has always been the strong subject, but the chemistry has always been the weak. But you cannot isolate one subject in Malaysia. You need to take all. So that sucked. So after that, when I went into architecture, then everything made sense to me. Like the sketching ability, then you need to combine that with physics. You need to be able to explain philosophy via a series of photographs and things like that. All those made sense to me, especially with the music background that I have. So all that I learned, but all on paper. But right after that, then I was trying to fund myself through tertiary education, but I didn't have money, right? Because it was Asian financial crisis. My dad business kind of really got affected. Then the only way I was planning to go is, okay, I need to just fund myself for the first year. I need 100,000 Aussie dollars.
Oh.
So like, yeah, so it was like a damn big amount, and that time was 1 to 3.5, 1 to 3.3, something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
Then you face reality like after graduation or after the last subject we submitted, then the final exam, everyone was preparing to go Aussie, and so all have their farewell, all have their farewell gatherings. Hey, or goodbye, see them off, going to Melbourne, Queensland, some go US come to UK, right? I'm stuck because I was trying to fund myself, but I couldn't. I was dealing with stock markets. I was dealing with forex. So I bought Aussie when it was 2.3. Then in 6 months' time, it became 3.5.
Okay.
So that is how I made money. Then I used all my part-time money. And this is when I realized that, hey, working like hell can bring me nothing because it's just for pure survival only. Like for those who are not sure about architecture courses, right, the expenses is just insane. Like the printings, the model making,
Yes.
then it's crazy. And the printing also, like one semester is like 3,000 to 5,000.
Yes.
Yeah. So after that, so whatever job I earn, right, it's just merely covering expenses. But how do I fund myself? It's just insane. So the fastest way back then was to trade illegally. So I did some illegal gold things where all scam on, it's a money game, that kind of thing. It's really money game.
Okay.
So then after that, I got into real estate where I was selling properties. So I sold a few factories in Sungai Buloh, and that is how I started. So when I first sold my first property, right,
Okay.
my paycheck was 17,800.
7.
Yeah, first salary, Then you like, why do people need to work?
Exactly.
Then, yeah. So also that time, iProperty was free. The fact that e-commerce was really just starting, and the fact that people still cannot accept buying property online.
Yeah.
Then people just got, you know what, young people, you all don't want to do the hard way, you want to just post, click. But I sold, I sold quite a lot, and after I got all those money, you ask me, do I want to go study again? Not really. Because after I study, right, because I see people who graduate come back, right, the salary didn't really change also. Yeah, so after I sold several houses, several factories, then I'll try to sell land up. But it got really complicated. Like land legislation, right, was just crazy insane. So I go and study. So I applied for masters in University of Malaysia, and I was the only dude that needs to go through interview because I was too young.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go into a master's class where my classmates were GM of development companies. So during assignments, right, one of my team member, when we do homework together, I communicate with his assistant.
So the guy didn't do anything.
The guy just like, by the time he comes to the presentation day, he just reads some notes. Then he just mumble around, but the lecturer cannot fail him because he's about to be dato.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is when I understand that, hey, not really that fair, but whatever, right? So
True.
then at the same time, then I was walking around there. I got the flyer of this management trainee program and of a development company. So that's how I joined my first development company. So after selling land and you will have a lot of money. That's when I was balling Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in a club, right? Then you realize that no ending one, because if you were to be very good in selling, you will just do the same thing for the next 30 years.
Yeah, true.
Is that something I want? Like, pure money, not really. So I realized that I was driven by deeper things. So I went into this development company and I was stuck there for 6 years. So that 6 years became the real knowledge portal for my entire real estate. Yeah, so the awareness came way earlier, like, okay, real estate really worked. So real estate to me is divided into two. One is investment, one is
Okay.
construction, development, legislation, all the not so fancy stuff. In the market, a lot of people likes to talk about investment because it's easy.
Yes.
So I buy how much, installment how much, rental higher than this. I also know lah, right? But if you were to look into a building, there's way more things than just number and cents. So by combining these two, then becomes the channel. That's why, like, in the property review, it's a more of a structural elements, more of space design.
Yes.
But then for the podcast, it becomes more of mindset of investment, like what should you do, what should you not do. Because let's face it, like, if you want all figures, right, just go to the website of Property Guru, right? You get all the figures already, like how much you need. But it's the awareness
Yes.
and understanding before you want to make decision. That's the more important thing. But unfortunately, in the market, you can see a lot of people are gurus, in the sense a lot of people are speakers. Nothing wrong with that. Just that is how they choose to make their money. To me, I
Yes.
try to leave a legacy where he's that guy that without a doubt will share every damn thing that he understands about real estate. Because even if I share 100% of what I know, right, how much can you receive?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
So that's why after 500 episodes, right, there are still a lot of questions being not being answered.
Yeah.
So it's so that's why I love this topic of real estate, and that's how the entire journey of understanding came into play. So it was really the benefit of circumstances, the benefit of making wrong choices along life. Then only suddenly, so that's how the knowledge came.
Yeah lah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So like now your main job is, I know you're working with makeover guys, is it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was the marketing manager for the makeover guys.
Okay.
Then so I was the first dude that it was really cool because the intention of meeting the founders initially was to feature them in my channel.
Okay.
But after chit chatting, the vibe was right. Then kind of clicked that, hey, you know what? Join us, lah, Sean. What do you want to do? Like, okay, what do you do?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, so they're like, okay, so I make videos. Okay lah. So when they got me in as a marketing manager, then I was it was quite revolutionary. It was quite bold in that sense for them to make the decision of letting a nobody be the face of their company throughout all the vlogs. So we started with weekly vlogs, then we started with by 2 episodes a week, then 3 episodes a week. Then there was a moment of time we were posting every day.
Yeah.
And because of that, the brand grew really big. And because of the awareness and things like that, so we combo that with my YouTube channel, right? So the entire real estate market, apparently there's no coolness factor, there's no fun factor. It's all people in suit and tie.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like that with their Mercedes that they rent, right? Yeah, so we all know how to play the game. Just that I am still very surprised that a lot of people still don't know, like, a lot of things can be lent, can be borrowed and whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
So that true factor and real factor attracted a lot of people, and the business grew, but the channel also grew.
Yeah.
So now we made the decision to elevate the brand further into a more pro sense, right? Because let's say if you want to work with a brand that is international, they look at you, right? Who's this dude? Right. So now we are strategizing the content portion while I'm working on this channel instead. So this channel, because it's so big, there are a lot of demands for advertising. There are a lot of demands for exposure. Right. So developers then come like, hey, how can we collaborate? The first 180 episodes in the channel was free. So like, I was still figuring out how to make money actually, and it was this scenario. There was this project. It was invited by a friend 2 days before my wedding day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went. So before the wedding, 2 days before, I went and shoot. I came back home immediately, edit. Then I was posting in the morning of my wedding day.
Okay.
Wow.
So I was
wedding also need to work.
So I was, and this was not paid, bro.
Okay.
So this is the entire true spirit of hustling. Like, I rather work on videos and the camera guy, hey, Sean, can I snap photo? I go away first, I upload first.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I was uploading it, and after I get married, then the sales for that product became really, really good. They sold like, I think 30 to 50 over terrace houses just because of my video. Because they did nothing else for advertising.
Damn.
See.
So it was that really first like, hey, you know what, Sean? As a thank you, right? Can we pay you? Like, of course you can pay me, right? Like, why would I say no?
Yes.
So
Of course.
no brainer. But then the trick was then like, how do I maintain the integrity of the channel, but still get paid? So there was this really weird concept where something like MKBHD, if you guys should know, right? Yeah, so he gets phones, but people don't get the review upfront. Yeah, so that was the thing that was inspired by, and that is how I adopted. So now a lot of developers, they pay me for exposure for production, but they don't get to dictate what I say because I got no script.
Okay.
So like, because if I were to fake, right, you guys that watch the channel immediately can sniff like, hey, why this guy? Normally he will complain about this. Why this episode he didn't bring it up?
Yes.
And the comment section is very brutal one.
Yes.
So because of that, then initially a lot of developers were rejecting, like they wanted to really pay me, and they are willing to pay 5 times, 8 times more just for me to remove the bad side of it.
Right.
So if I was to really be very short-sighted, right, I could have made way more money.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was not the point. Because I really cared about how money I made. Like back then when I was a real estate agent, I was selling properties like nobody's business. I was the first dude that run drone shots, proper videos for real estate ads.
Okay.
So in a weekend, I helped my team sell 188 units.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the power of Facebook. Facebook at then cost per lead was like 180.
Yeah.
But per sale, I get commission of 30,000.
Wow.
Talking about ROI, right?
Yeah.
But then there was a time where there's this project. It's a sick project, I consider it, where it's not that. Look, it's not well designed. It's in a very weird position of a development. Then the developer didn't have, almost at the verge of bankrupt. They really need the cash from this development to roll. So they were just trying to cash out. Then because it's not a good project, the commission unfortunately will be very, very high. So agents then rewarded to sell shitty projects. I was one of them.
Okay.
Then as I was trying to push this project, trying to figure out how to shoot this video to somewhat camouflage the shittiness of the project, then there was this uncle that came. Oh, Sean, the way you explain the project was spot on. I take out my savings, right? This is everything I have really. I'm gonna put it in. Then I'm like, there. So you know what, uncle, don't.
Yeah.
Because I will go into hell one.
Yeah.
So that is when I realized that, hey, because there are really a lot of people who just believe whatever they see and they hear without even cross-checking online.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the very sad fact, and that was when okay, you know what? I need to be really sensible in how I make my money. I need to be very mindful of how I make my money.
Yeah.
So that's when the whole thing turned because again, like there's a lot of trading platforms who are looking for advertising. Like if you look into those saving platform, brokerage platform, because I'm in this segment of investment as well, the channel. A lot of people try to buy you out.
Yeah.
So some will give you this money first for every referral. You give this money. Not interested.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I was working so hard, 9 to 6 o'clock. Then I was editing videos up to 3 o'clock every single day for 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah,
Full hustle.
1,000
Yeah.
over days. Oh my god.
yeah. So then I wake up at 7. So a lot of people then criticize me for my lifestyle in that sense. Like this Sean, if everybody were to be like Sean, everybody would die. No, you see, I'm having a weight problem right now. So it really depends on how much you want something to happen.
Yes.
And just now when you say I'm the only property reviewer, a lot of people try to copy. Initially, a lot of people try to laugh.
Yeah.
Like, who is this dude? You see, because my initial 10 episodes was filmed on iPhone 6s. There
Okay.
was no widescreen, so
Okay.
my face was so big, right?
Okay.
There was one comment until now I can never forget. I really love you, Sean. I really, really love what you do, but I
Okay.
cannot see anything behind your face.
Oh my,
Oh
you
my
take up the
God.
whole screen already.
Yeah. So then because my hand is also short, then it was no widescreen, then my face so big. Look at the swimming pool, they cannot see anything.
Oh
my
no.
God.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, but then like you know what? Nobody was gonna see and watch. And never mind, I just put it up first. Mana tau the channel grew. I think like end of this month we're gonna hit 50,000. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Nice.
But yeah, but it was so everybody starts from zero.
Of
And it
course.
starts with a lot of silly things where like when you guys say like the first few episodes, right? You guys always procrastinate and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's and everybody is only a decision away whether you want to be successful or not.
Yes. That's good. Yes. Correct.
So there was like, you know what? Every damn week I am going to post one at least property review because it was really hard to do. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't copy lah, because it's really hard to do lah.
Yeah.
Because
Can
you see a lot of
tell.
people trying to imitate or copy bulat right?
Yes.
Even the thumbnail also they try to copy. The storyline, the intro also they try to copy. I just don't understand why. Then yeah, after 2 episodes, 3 episodes, if they are doing it for the money, you don't have the stamina.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it for the money, so I'm doing it so that a person will make an informed decision. So he could have saved 30 to 50,000, or he could have made 3 to 500,000 in the future.
Yes.
That would mean way more, and the intent then becomes the entire differentiation between channels.
Yes. That's it lah.
Mm.
So like that's why like what I say, your content is like straightforward and honest because nowadays like I mean compared to the past, like our parents those when they buy house, I think it's like how to say they don't have much information, right? Because now we have social media and everything. Now in this generation also like young kids also can buy property already. You can see like even like American, like all the American or overseas lah, like all the YouTubers, they can buy like big mansion, they have swimming pool, this and that. Those is I mean like so easy now, like compared to the past. And okay, like for our what you see now in this generation, do you feel like young how to say the younger generation do you like how to say do you advise young generation to invest early if they have the money already? Like yeah, I mean like if they are prepared to invest property, do you
Okay.
like advise? Yeah.
So it depends on what age, right? So if you're still studying, then no, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're still under your mom and dad's foundation, then no.
Mm-hmm.
After you graduate and you start earning money already, so a step by step would be first to have a 6 months emergency fund set up,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which means like if you can get fired and you can still survive for the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Then the more you buy in terms of things, the more you will need in terms of this fund. And bear in mind, so like a lot of people just buy things that they don't need. Then suddenly they just call it as investment. Mana tau it's just for pleasure, right? Then the next one is to get yourself protected. It means like don't be a liability, like just in case you pass away or accident or whatsoever, right? There's at least something left behind for your families and loved ones, but don't overspend that, right? Because at this current age of you guys, a lot of people would then, because they don't want to go 9 to 5, they will start venturing into this MLM lah, direct selling lah, or network marketing, whatever they call it, right? Then you guys are just easy targets. So it's important to have, but don't overspend. Okay, you don't need to be so protected, because when you're worth nothing, right? Protect what?
Yeah.
Just as long as I get the medical card done, I get the life insurance done, that's about it. PA done, that's about it, right? Then only when you have abundance, like you have extra money, then only you start investing. And with your generation, the thing is, because before the entire pandemic, it was really easy to just say that you guys are the sport ones, you guys are the easy going type, because your parents generally are rich. There was no real crisis, there was no real sufferings in that sense.
Yes.
But after this COVID, right, you guys witnessed the entire society or the entire market crash. Also, you guys are the generation that witnessed transformation in tech. Nobody's missing. Like now, if you guys are like the fact that we guys are on Discord, right, it means that we are pretty familiar with NFTs, cryptos, all these new techs, right?
Yes.
And if you can understand all those kind of things, does real estate then matter, right? So back to the topic, when should people invest? Always, but learn how to save first before investing. Like a lot of people would just invest blindly just because these guys say, oh, sand can buy, right? Or polka dot can buy, whatever can buy, then everything, then just pray. So that is not really a strategy lah. Then they say anytime can take out money, but when the market collapse and something happens, that's when you need cash, right? Or then jialat lah. So that being said, the benefit of you guys, despite being young, it means that you guys have no commitment. So when I had no commitment, right, I was investing almost 100 to 120% of my salary.
Wow.
Yeah. So when so that also landed me in a lot of trouble. But when I was earning 3,000, I saved 2,007. I invest 2,007. Then I'll try to figure out how to make a little bit more, so that I can pass through the month. But that became a hurdle because of peer pressure. At this time, everybody was like you guys just graduate, right? The first thing is what? Oh, you see that guy drive what car already for the next gathering, right? Or you see, or you go Mama, or you see his new Civic, or that one his father's car lah. Right? All this kind of cars. You all start comparing this one, then they all start flexing on shoes. Then you was have this guy suddenly wearing fancy watches, and hey, you want to be successful. Right? So all these kind of hints, right? But then if you guys can go through all that without being affected, then just stick to the principles of saving, investing, having diamond hands or whatsoever. Then it's good. It's definitely very, very good, because no commitment. You guys don't have to answer to anybody. And if all fails, everything goes to zero, it's okay. You just go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
But a lot of
Yes.
but when you are in my age now, when I just got married, then now I just had a kid for less than a year, the entire ball game changed.
Yeah.
So this is the time when you guys should really take a lot of risk. But that being said, before investing also now, because of technology change, who would ever thought a guy who just holds a camera, walk around and talk about property can make it? There was no such profession.
Yes.
There was no
Yeah.
such accessibility in terms of reach.
Mm.
And that is when like I always ask people to like, especially at your age, to zero down on the things that you like and the things that you are really good at.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a cousin who is damn good with Pokemon cards. So he's getting loans based on his Pokemon cards. So
Wow.
yeah, the new format of loan in crypto, you get to put up assets. Then I have a brother who is into Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, so all those suddenly make money, suddenly all make financial sense. Just because technology has reached a point in time where it's just so accessible. So if you are good in maybe basketball, or you are good in football commentator, or you just three guys just want to share your thoughts, right? Who knows, this might be paying way more than your salary,
Mm-hmm.
right? We don't know. So when that happened, right, suddenly like, hey guys, we really need to be serious, right? It's either I go all in here or I go all in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
last time got no such thing one, right? So because of this, then I would advise youngsters to not invest in properties first, because that will tie you down for the next 35 years. So the last thing that you need right now is commitment,
Yes.
right?
Right,
So if let's say you are so like this, talk about anything, your podcast becomes so hot, right? Hey, we want you guys in Singapore. What time can you be here?
Mm.
Like, huh? Right? So after that episode, then maybe 6 months later, hey, we have another episode. Then another 1 month later. So it becomes so frequent, right? Hey, you know what? Let's relocate there. It makes more financial sense. What about the property here?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
makes sense.
So the least of your problems needs to be a house that you don't need, right? So that's the entire philosophy of what I think that youngsters should do until you already somewhat finalized, or you somewhat decided, okay, this is going to be your career, this is my calling, right? Now I just put my head down and just whack all the way. Then you have money, then only you start investing in property.
Okay.
Because at your age, a lot of people still don't understand the concept of rent the place you want to stay, but buy the property you want to invest.
Right.
Yeah, if you guys can have a little bit more, for example, let's say one of the altcoins goes to the moon, then you cash out, then you have this down payment. You want to buy something, make sure it's investment for youngster lah. Because don't talk about life. You got this childhood girlfriend and now suddenly want to tie the knot, right? Think again first. Don't have that dream home conversations like I always spit out in my channel. It's very, very dangerous because now things move too fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you buy, like you try to settle down at 28, right? By the time the property is ready, you also don't know where you are already.
Yeah. True.
So if you are not in that dream life or dream lifestyle kind of state, don't talk about dream home first. So
Right,
always for the first home, go for investment. But if you are young enough, I would strongly, if I'm 22 or 23 again, I just graduate, right? I will go all in on my passion. I will just really work, right? For the sake of survival. I'll get that money. So let's say I want to do podcasts, I want to interview successful people and trying to figure out. So I would get that money, buy laptops, learn how to edit, gain access to famous people or smart people. Then how do I get into their Discord if they have any, trying to correct and make them come to your podcast. So that would be the entire expenditure of the budget. Right? Then I will just need somebody to make the channel big. Then I have my next guest. next guest. And you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah.
Right? So that's like indirectly the game plan for what I see for you guys also.
Mm.
Suddenly when your boss like, hey, come to the room. I saw this podcast, the sketch is like you lah, I'm not sure lah, but it sounds like you lah. Because my friend went on it.
Uh-huh.
Why you didn't chill me then?
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
So when it's conversation like this, then you know you
Mm.
kind of make it, right? Kind of made it.
Yeah.
Then spend the remaining hours that you guys have in figuring out how to go viral because of
Mhm.
TikTok and LinkedIn that is still free of algorithm.
Yes.
Yeah, so like whatever you guys do, right? Make sure you guys record this, cut out into short viral clips on then put it on TikTok because on the Yamcha session one,
Yeah.
one of the clip I edited and I put it in, it went 400 to 500,000 views in
Okay.
less than 6 hours.
Wow.
And that's only Malaysia, you know.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay.
So
That's
when you
fast.
put into Facebook, right? Like who watches Facebook now? Right?
Yeah.
So you put in Insta, it's just like if it's just cool in front of friends.
Mm.
But when you put into that stranger market, right, that's when distribution. So like whatever you guys have now in terms of money and time, I would really zero in to make whatever I want happen.
Mm.
So in that sense, should you invest or not? That depends on your ambition.
Yes.
So if I have a salary job or I have a bank job, then I'm going to be here for the next life. Then buy lah. You can settle because you can almost accurately guess
Mm.
when you're going to get promotion by 40.
Mhm.
What's your salary like?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's certain, but then if you want more, that's not the path. So if you don't want to take that
Yeah lah.
path, you need to do things differently. Then maybe don't put this money in investment first. Put it in yourself first. That would be my entire speech because you guys witness people going jobless, quite scary.
Yeah.
And you guys just graduated. That makes even worse. Like how you guys went through your final semester? Was it affected by COVID?
Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Jada.
And it was our
Jada was-
internship some more.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, so we were supposed to have our internship 2020 January to March. Then that was when COVID came into Malaysia around March, right? Then it got delayed. So by the time it came to May, our uni contacted us like, hey, you guys cannot delay already. You need to start your internship now. So we all started around May to July. So like we already got delayed for that few months. And after internship, that's our job search time frame lah. Then like everyone also struggling to find good jobs or whatnot.
Yeah.
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 And the fact,
Kinda, yeah lah.
the fact that you guys can intern is already like fortunate, right?
Yeah,
Which is insane. So like that just shows suddenly, right, the entire job security concept not really
Yes.
there already. But
Yes.
a lot of my friends who are younger, they know how to edit videos.
Okay.
They are in demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can edit a video like I can make you sound cool. I can make a 30-second clip, 2 clips a week, then they get paid per clip 400-500. Oh,
Yes.
what's working for a bank, man? So
Yes.
like you guys are in this intersection where you guys are seeing all these kind of things happening. So if you guys can figure out that, right, then suddenly, hey, you know what? FD doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
Like our parents keep telling us that fixed deposit is the thing. You got money put in fixed deposit, so you cannot spend, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What's the rate like? 1.8.
Yeah.
Very low.
Lower than inflation.
What's our lowest stake in crypto? So I was telling people I can stake at 188% that day. If you're new in Hopi, right, they give you promotional 88% now. So like then so that the entire philosophy of money, right? Unfortunately, it's just not being updated enough, especially for our parents. So if our parents are fortunate enough that they made it, they made their money via stocks, via property or whatsoever. Good for them. But in this current intersection, it's really different. A lot of people just buy one terrace house last time and hold it for the next 30 years, like diamond hands. Then they can make maybe double of it.
Yes.
But currently, to buy the house also cannot already.
Yes.
Yes.
Last time one terrace house my parents bought was 80,000.
80.
So the same house, the same house now is 560,000. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But dollar to dollar is different.
Mm.
And back then loan was only for 15 years, housing loan.
Oh, okay.
So interest rate was 12%.
Wow. Okay.
So imagine, like, let's say if I were to take 500,000 loan today, if I buy a house, 500,000, today we're maybe paying 1,580 something, 1,580 something like that. Back then, you need to times 5. So you need to take a 500,000 house. I need to pay maybe 3,000 to 4,000 bucks because interest rate is high. Then salary is very, very low, and there was no one teaching you what to do.
Yes.
Then the fact that you know there's a launch there, right, is already a benefit because a lot of people don't even know that exists. So that's all this inequality in terms of information. But now everybody knows how to play the game. So it boils down to who is willing to eat the dirt in playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the young people now really, especially you guys, so when I like got nothing to do, right? So last time, now got impossible, got nothing to do, like, because my kid. So that's why there's another thing, right? Later I will share about the kid. So I was just going around cafes, right, and seeing how you guys, not how you guys, like how your generation spend money. It's insane, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So
Yes.
like me and myself, I think I'm in the top 20 category lah, comfortably, right? But when I look at you guys, I still feel it's expensive, bro. How are you guys eating this so frequently?
Yeah.
Cafe food, right? Cafe food.
So like, wow, I still eating chicken rice every day. Like, huh? Then chicken rice. That day I was just arguing with the hawker. Hey, Dilo, I eat here 1 year already. Now you go and eat. What the hell, man?
Yeah, everything.
So we have this kind of thinking process. I need to see like how rich people are formed, how poor people are just stuck in a rat race. So like, especially you guys, one of the money advices that I would also give is it's very easy to upgrade your lifestyle in accordance to your salary. So if you guys have read the Robert Kiyosaki book before, right? Let's say you have a pay raise today.
I think Carter disconnected.
Right? It's always like that.
Yeah, it's always like that.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god.
Don't know what's the reason.
Oh my god, so sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, so it's about the Robert Kiyosaki rat race philosophy.
Hello.
Oh, so you need to press record again.
No.
No.
It's fine. It's rolling. Yeah.
There is the one recording.
Okay, can start already.
So do you guys keep that session in the?
No, we cut. Surely we cut one.
Yeah, we will cut that.
Or else it's damn weird or else.
I would have kept it lah. But anyway, so it's about this rat race philosophy. A lot of people, once they get a pay raise of $500, they go change car.
Yeah.
But after they change car or they upgrade their rent or they go and change some new shoe or buy some new watch using credit cards, right?
Yeah.
So technically, did you become poor or did you become rich?
Poor.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that because they think that the things they wear reflects their status.
Yeah.
Yes.
So especially when you're younger, it's just very easily influenced in that sense.
Yes.
Plus social media also. Social media also plays a role,
peer
right?
pressure. Yeah.
But I think the fact that you guys are so young, right? I think like you guys are 24, 23.
23,
23.
24, 23.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Like you guys grew up with social media.
Yeah,
Mm.
technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
The entire conversation about social media being this peer pressure, everything is
Mm.
fake. You guys
Mm.
already know, ma.
Yeah, we
Mm.
know already.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why still fall into it?
But I think
the
it's
thing
based
is-
on mindset lah. I think based
Yeah,
on your mindset of it, how you see it lah.
Mm.
For me,
Mm.
I feel like I don't fall into it, social
Mm.
media, because I feel it's very toxic, quite toxic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
I feel the even younger ones, the 19 to 21,
Mm.
I think their mindset is very controlled by social media fully nowadays. That's what I feel lah. Because
Mm.
I feel like when their like numbers are like less,
Mm.
they will feel like, oh shit, my likes number is affecting me. It's making
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
profile
Yeah.
bad.
Mm.
Like that problem will make them stress. I feel
Mm.
it's very weird. What's the point to stress
Mm.
for like numbers?
Mm.
Then it's like you have more things to prioritize.
Worry about.
Like
Yeah.
worry about, right? Why worry about like
Mm.
numbers, right? So like that's what I see lah now. Like people, they want to like compare with each
Mm.
other. Like I want like Rolex. I want to wear Richard Mille. Like my friend's car is like upgrading. I also want to follow. My friend wearing Easy. I cannot. I must follow also. That's what I feel now. So the social media is controlling the younger generation. Yeah, that's what I see.
Then like for you, for three of you guys, right?
Mhm.
What you guys think about property investment then?
Darren, you want to?
Oh, this is like a special twist. Suddenly, like, hey, why is this guy asking us questions?
Yeah, Darren. I mean, if you want.
I mean, okay, property
Darren,
investment.
Darren say.
Yeah. Wait, hello.
Yeah.
Can
I think Carter is lagging. Wait.
can. Really man? I'm
Yeah,
lagging.
lagging.
Wait.
I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ni-
only cutter.
I go out and come back. Wait.
Okay.
It's so funny.
A few moments later.
Okay. I think okay already. Hopefully.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's continue.
We
Okay.
cut
So
from the take on property.
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So thoughts about property investment.
Mm.
Okay. Property investment. Okay, for
Wait,
me,
like answering like assignment question like that.
no lah.
This question 10 marks.
For
Yeah.
me lah, is I've thought of because when I was staying near my wait, Carter lagging
You
again.
miss
I'm lagging. Wait.
me already.
Kata you just leave lah, Kata.
Hey Carter.
You just mute out him first lah. I think you just mute out him.
Carter.
Lagging.
Yes.
Not here.
You're very lag.
One eternity later.
Can
Can.
Hello?
Yeah.
I want to compare my what already? My
Yeah, he's
It's normally
hostile.
the
don't have
owner
this
already.
problem. Yeah.
I don't know. I changed the Wi-Fi already. The
Give me a
Wi-Fi
second.
connection.
Okay.
Can. A break.
Wait.
Short break.
Okay.
I hope
Okay.
nothing. I don't know lah. Okay.
Hi,
Darren.
Darren.
So property investment. Because when I was studying in uni, I stay in a rented area, and the uncle actually had like, if I'm not wrong, more than 5 houses or more than 10 houses, all
Yes.
rented to students. Because I actually stay with Carter that time. Like we rent at the same place from the same owner lah. So like that kind of like urged me to like faster find a job, get some money, and try to find a property to invest. Because if I'm not wrong, at our age we can get we can get the loan from the bank. So for us youngsters, at our generation, we want to sort of like make money fast, like get rich quick. Like to me, property investment is like, I don't know, it's just like one of the ways to get rich fast lah, compared to
Fast
crypto,
way.
where crypto is more volatile. Property investment is like, I want to like
Stable lah.
faster learn
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, yeah. So
I-
like
Jensen,
I think
that's my
this.
thought.
Yeah, I think same with me. Like, I mean, Darren, I also same. I also think like because the uncle, the owner lah, the owner, the same owner.
where you guys study first?
We study tailors.
Oh, I agak know which uncle you guys.
Serious? Oh, we stay nearby PGS7. PGS7, the tailors area. I think he got like all his house is like
Yeah, it's like in
nearby. I
a
think five to six
in a
5 to
spot
6. He
or
owns 5 to
something.
6. Then inside the house there's like 12 rooms.
Yes.
Yours, this is Lakeside, right? This is Lakeside, right?
Lakeside, correct. Lakeside.
Mm.
Then like 12 rooms. Then when I tell my mom, then she said, "Wow, this uncle pro earn the rental 12 rooms, one room around like 700 to 800.
Yes.
You see, like their 5 house, a lot of money already." So I also tell her, okay, I future also I'm gonna earn money
Yes.
and gonna
As in, you want to
buy
be
a
like the
house.
uncle at that lah.
Yeah, do the same thing. Then my mom say, "You dream lah, not easy." because that time I also don't know much about property. My mom like try to how to say teach me, tell me a lot more about property. Then I don't care lah. I think very easy. I just pay something like this. Then when I grow up, started working, then I was like, oh, it's not that easy. You need to like get the loan. You need proper saving. You need like pay the installment this and that. There's a lot of things so I thought it was easy. But for my mindset for investing property, I think last time what I feel like that buying a property and having a house, that's it. That's success for me. That's my mindset. But slowly growing up, meeting more people working already, that's a wrong mindset lah. I because that time I define a successful life, one property, one car, that's it. So like now for me, like no, that's not it. Investing means you make more money, this and that lah. Yeah, that's what I think lah. Yeah, Zara.
Yeah, for me actually, because I wasn't really exposed too much about property back since I was young. Because I'm from Ipoh also, like not so advanced, not so fast moving like KL the city. So I wasn't exposed that much, and along time, in my mind, property is kind of the last thing that I want to get involved in terms of investment or whatnot. Yeah. But then recently, or maybe a few months ago, I kind of joined the free property guru talk online, like the free classes they offer. So it kind of changed my mindset a bit, because they were teaching like how even with the basic salary you can get into property investment and getting rentals and all that. They were trying to teach you how to get valuable assets and whatnot, not like getting shitty assets and like not being able to get the rental back and whatnot. So that was like a turning point for me. But right now I'm still trying to focus on other things, and your advice just now is kind of aligned with what I'm thinking currently. Like I'm gonna get my savings done first, and then slowly move into the simpler investments in a sense. Then at the end of the day, I can slowly get myself involved into property investment and whatnot. And for my own personal desires or whatnot, that's not really what I'm looking at now, because I mean, I'm pretty fortunate to have, because I'm from Ipoh, but I still have a house here in KL, so I can stay here rent free and all that. So I don't need to, rush to look for a new house or whatnot, and I can slowly go along the way lah. Yeah. So it's just looking at property in terms of investment at the moment, and that's the last thing on my list. So I think your advice kind of aligned with what I'm thinking right now. Yeah.
Cool, man. You see, so that's the main difference, right? One is having real estate as such a big thing in life that is so hard to achieve. Then got one is like the first thing they want to sort out so they can make more money. Then one is like as long as one just to stay in, that's about it. So that's all this kind of perspective, right? Are any of those wrong? Not really. Are all of those right? Not really also. So that's why it all depends. Like that's why it makes it really interesting to operate the channel, right? When everybody asks me somewhat the same question, but there are just so many different variations to the context.
Yes.
Like some, if you like, I grow up knowing, because like when I was 15 or 16, I was accompanying my aunt in collecting rentals for her investments.
Mm-hmm.
So I just follow her in the car, go and, hey, hey, Sean, you go down, go and collect money. Collect the money. What? You just go in, collect money. Do I collect money, come out. Then this month collect, next month collect, another month collect. Then there was this stupid question that I asked, why these people pay you money? Then she just like randomly answered, you know what? They are using my space. But to a 16-year-old, right, I didn't understand what was space and how it's worth money. But like you guys all rent. That's why you guys came to this game, I think, a bit more early compared to the peers that are from KL itself. Because they will never understand per month, pay 700, pay 800. Whether you are around or not, you need to pay.
Yeah.
So that space then is worth something. If you are closer to school, it's worth more. If you're further away, it's worth less. Then if you're closer to the mall, it's worth more. Further away, worth less. So you guys get to understand the metric of importance of space rather than the quantity of space. Then you guys will understand quality as well. This one got no toilet one. This one you share toilet one. This one got no bed one. This one you need to get your own bed one. So with that, right, indirectly that becomes the benefit compared to a lot of people, younger crowds who are from KL itself.
Right.
Everything provided. Why do I need to pay every month 2,000-3,000 for a house that I don't need? I can stay at home, right? I can just I rather use that money to buy a car. Then I can flex on people better. I cannot bring my SPA go people. Hey, I got buy house. Cannot be, ma.
True.
So that's the very interesting thing where I look at youngsters right now, right? Especially you guys, because you guys are still like trying to earn money.
Yes.
That first spot of gold, right?
Yes.
While still figuring out what I like, what am I made of.
Right.
Right? Then what's my passion? What's my skill? What's my ultimately what's your ulti?
Yes, ultimate.
that people are going to pay you for. So in that direction, if you get yourself in financial troubles, and it's a very hard thing to ask from you guys, but I was just having this conversation with my wife, like patience, like giving yourself extra room, extra runway to figure out yourself. That is better. But by here figuring out means you go out and venture, go out and try, like doing this podcast. Who knows, maybe like you need two important person that saw this podcast to make it very, very successful.
Yeah,
Then because like other people will just like, you see those three guys, right? Kuku one, you see they all 7 episodes really still doing, doesn't understand why you want to waste time. Right? There will definitely be things like that, but
yes.
why care? Right?
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
right.
very easy to just let go of whatever you think it's a waste of time, but indirectly what you guys are doing is like you learn how to use Discord to host servers, then you guys know how to document, guys know how to interact, know how to communicate properly with people way ahead of your age. Those are valuable skills that maybe your next job or next career path will make sense out of all these skills.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of like, nothing, you see all these three people don't know what they do, and then we all like drink here, play whatever, go and take pictures. So like the channel indirectly lately has been a bit more of this kind of advice. Like if you guys follow the channel, it's like, Sean, I have 10,000 bucks, what should I do? Like, huh? Last time it was all property related, right?
Yes.
Then like suddenly like becomes like more life. Then I have same like a 65-year-old writing me, Sean, I have 10 million. Should I still work? What? so like the same problems. Like a lot of people, like they are just really good in money making, but they lost themselves. They don't know what they really like. So like when property then becomes like a commitment thing, the decision to make such a big decision is real. And at this age of you guys, the only reference is still your parents.
Yes.
Right? Until lately, parents are coming to me.
Oh.
So like maybe 25-year-old saw the channel. You know what? The parents ask them to buy landed terrace houses, which they cannot afford. But then the parents will help them chip in a little bit. But the money installment is just too much. I barely earn 6,000. Now you want me to pay 3,000 for installment? Huh? Then eat what grass? Then, but the parents will think that it's a very good investment because that's how they made it. But I strongly suggest people to buy high rise because the rental returns are better. Then they disagree. Then they, you know what, mom? See, this guy understand his logic. Then they use me
Oh my god,
to
your
be
name.
their bong pai, like.
Yeah.
So then their parents write to, hey, I was watching this. Then suddenly my channel becomes a family channel.
Okay.
Like every weekends, right, they will, or after dinner, they'll sit down together and watch the review.
Yeah.
So that's the very cool thing about the channel. But
Yeah.
what I'm just trying to say is that there's this that's why when I explain real estate, right, a lot of people are like, what is it to you? To me, it's a passion of mine that will make my living, right? Then a lot of people can be just like a investment, can be just like a chore. I just buy and that's it. My cha xiao I buy, then okay, give you the one already. Then so that's why it's very, very fun to this channel. And especially when now we have crypto, we have property, two extremes. I really find these two extremes. And I figure out this lah. So it depends on whether you have money or not. Meaning you have capital. If you have capital, then if you have a job, you can play both sides, which means because buying properties, what they need is credibility, which means like you have a stable income, they know that you won't go bankrupt. Then you buy something where the rental can sustain itself. Very good. Hoping that 10, 20 years later, it will have capital appreciation. That's the best. But for crypto itself, if you just take it as a FD, which means that you just buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Terra, that's about it, right? Then the rest, all altcoins, Dogecoin, whatever, Sand, whatever, those are borderline gambling.
Yeah.
Don't touch. Then I'll just pursue my passion as it is. While these two will just kumpul and sustain itself. Yeah. So those are this is my ball game right now. Like I'm putting like instead of FD, right? Like I had never put in FD for so long. I made double the interest rate in a day.
Oh my god.
No, I think in 5 minutes, because like if you look at crypto, right?
Crypto is crazy. Crypto is crazy.
So like back then, like during the Yamsa sessions, I made this statement. Like my kid, when he was born, he had ang pao. Then it was around $1,000 lah. So $1,000, I put into crypto.
Okay.
So around 7 months in Bitcoin, then I switched to Ethereum. Then when I check, right, from October 2020 to October 2021, Ethereum increased 996%.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else can give you almost 1,000? It means 10x.
Yeah.
Whatever money you put in, it's 10x.
Next. One more zero behind.
Yeah. What else you need to do?
Yeah.
Provided you are not affected on the standard deviations, meaning upload. So like now the 2 weeks ago, they call it the crash, the meltdown.
Yeah.
But if you look into a year, right, it's just a hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then with this going on, why put money in FD?
Yes.
Right? But
True.
compared to this, I need a laptop so that I can edit better videos to increase my exposure. Which one more important? 10x the money or the laptop? Then this is a very interesting debate that you guys will need to have. Because I give you another 50,000, right? It's another figure to you guys anyway.
Yes.
It's not going to be like life-changing amount. So yeah, that's why this kind of debates, right? my generation back then, I don't have.
Yeah.
Because it was only to buy a franchise to run maybe a bubble tea shop,
Yep.
or to get away from my 9 to 5 job and maybe
Yeah.
try to figure out a business. Now you can operate a media channel, you can operate a podcast, you can operate all these kind of new things that come out, right? If you guys can become influencer on a specific subject, that will be super interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think like you guys are all mass comm students, and you guys will understand this clearly. Like for a lot normal business people, like I was from architecture, I had no knowledge at all about how the media land works. That's why when people try to like pay me or try to collaborate, or what do you mean? Really, I like, why are you like? I'm just a normal dude. I'm just one dude, one camera, one laptop. That's about it.
Yeah.
And you compare that to a property website portal that has 500 stuff. They rather choose me. Yeah, so that is also a thing, that active income has more impact, and it's easier to increase your active income than investment.
Yeah.
So I think that's the, if I'm back at your guys' age, right, I will work my face off, right, just trying to sharpen what might probably be my ulti.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Ulti still makes sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah, ulti makes sense.
Yes,
Makes sense.
yes.
Yeah.
Especially
Ulti
on
do
this
make sense.
Yes.
All the people
So-
like, huh?
So like like our young generation, I think mainly now what we need to do is invest ourselves more, right? Invest ourselves more and invest our skills.
Because it's just very, it's very, very cool to tell people I buy crypto, I own NFTs, I buy property. It's very cool.
Yes. Just a
Sure.
name.
Yeah. But like, I had this mistake where I was so broke because I made this stupid investment, and because of that, instead of 35 years, I took a 15 years loan, and every month I will need to pay around 12,000 in installment for one property only,
Wow.
when my salary is less than half of that amount. Yeah,
Okay.
so those are the not so fancy stories that a lot of people don't want to tell you. Then when 3 of your property or 4 of your property, the tenant all chow at the same time, then the installment add up together is around 30,000. Like, can you afford?
Yes.
So when we calculate, right, that like the uncle, you calculate, wow, per room 700 now, per month he got 7,000, but maybe the house is 1.3 million. Every month to pay 7,000. Is she richer in that sense? Not really. So just cover. So those kind of things nobody really want to break down to you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just cool that, he bought his house, yay, right? He bought his one, yay.
Yes.
That's also like an advice is be a little bit more mindful when people story tell.
Yes.
Like last time I was really good in this. Like, hey, he just bought a 700,000 property. Then I was like, cannot be. He just entered the workspace. Like, at max, your salary is 4,000. At max. That time, the interest rate was around 6%. So to pay the 700,000, you will need around 4,200 per month. It means you need 3 times the salary to qualify for that loan, which is 12,000. How in the world he qualified for that loan? Oh no lah, the father pay one, just put his different story.
Yeah.
But when they want to flex, they tell you that, I buy my house. So unfortunately, no one will tell you. And it's easily to just get sucked in. Oh, he got one house, I also got one house. I must have one house. So I don't care, whenever, I just want one house.
Yes.
What for? So now, especially in this now, everyone wants to decentralize and do whatever, right? It's really interesting where you guys are, to me, I used to think that I'm not as fortunate because I wish I was born like 5 years earlier, because I get to tap in that property bull run. So all my seniors all made a lot of money. I came later, so like shit. But currently at this intersection, right, where everybody is so messed up, economy is messed up, government is messed up.
Yeah.
I expect to have a bull run within like 2 to 3 years around this area. Why? Inflation is definitely going to happen. It means price hike for all materials plus resources plus labor plus compliance cost plus whatever. So a normal cost to build a house, don't talk about price and cost only, has already increased. Now with the risk of the government as well suddenly change, they cannot sell. So everybody need to buffer in all the securities. So the money needed to build the same exact house is going to be more. That's why it's pretty certain property price is going to increase.
Yeah.
And when money becomes way smaller, like last time 15 bucks, like last time 750 I get to eat chicken rice one, now like last week cannot already.
Yeah.
Now become 9 bucks already. Like
this Sunday cone also $2 already.
so 9 bucks chicken rice, right? Plus shit ties, $1 already, you know. Shit ties. Last time shit ties, no money only drink shit.
Yeah.
Now shit ties $1 already. So chicken rice plus shit ties, 10 bucks.
Yeah.
Like, so last time I have this amount of savings that is in cash form, I am able to ball. Now cannot already.
Yeah.
Ball halfway, no money already. So suddenly with all these kind of concerns happening, everybody is just trying to diversify their savings. So like on the other extreme of you guys, let's say you guys just started off, you guys got no commitment. But for a person who maybe have 5 to 6 million in the bank right now, they are also super concerned. So like how do I ensure that 10 years down the road, this 5 million still has the value of 5 million?
Yeah.
So the value of money then becomes something that a lot of youngsters do not understand. Like earning 3,000 today and earning 3,000 3 years later, different.
It's a different thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why like what are FDs right now? Like my form of FDs are the watches on my hand. I bought one Submariner. I also said this in the channel. So I bought it around 28,000. It was insane. All the people, wow, 28,000 for a watch is stupid, right? Crazy. It's a piece of metal that tells you time. Why don't you use your phone, right? But then I just sold it last week. I traded in for 35.
Whoa.
And it was to a trader. It was to a middleman. So like then he sell it for 38.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you 10,000 from 28,000, right? It's almost half.
Yeah.
And I get to wear it and I enjoy it and I wear it to events. Then people can get to ice break. Oh, you're that type of collector. Oh yeah, they get to story. They make all these connections. Right. Then that's why as you understand more, Bearbricks also is a form of investment. Right. Cost that one is way out of my league. Yeah, I have friends who collect this Dior, Supreme, Nike collab. They wrap it up, put it up. Wow. Yeah, so that's the other.
Okay. Good. We're back.
Oh my god.
This Discord is creepy, but that's the bad thing about Discord. Sometimes it will crash. But okay lah. Okay.
Yeah, so we were talking about alternate investment.
Yeah.
So that's the entire situation that a lot of people do not understand, like including myself. Last time I only have share market, forex, and property. And everything I still need to go to the reminds here just to sell the stock. I need to go site to just really check the property, is it legit or not. right? Then you go sales gallery. Now everything can be done at home.
Yeah.
I buy and sell crypto in the toilet,
Yeah.
right?
Using the phone.
So
Yeah.
I stake midnight. I stake my fund midnight. So all these kind of things really then adds another dimension to what you guys have. So but unfortunately the investment mindset is still very last century. So that's the main concern. Like now, personally, also I'm going through this entire transformation in terms of portfolio. Like, does a robot advisory like stash away make sense now, or like do I still buy Maybank stocks? When you kind of think of it, right? So does a watch make better sense? As fancy as people say Rolex or whatsoever, but out of maybe 5% in the entire watch in the world makes money. Only 5% of altcoins makes you super rich. So it's the same ball game. Only 5% of the parts in the Pokemon world makes sense. Right?
Yes.
Only the Charizard that makes sense. Right? The rest is like all can throw away one, right?
Yes.
So by understanding different games, then everything can make money. Including property itself. Only 5% out of like a gazillion condos in KL makes money.
Yeah.
So then how do you get access to this 5% then becomes the issue. In terms of knowledge wise, in terms of connectivity wise, in terms of so how do you get there? So there's this thing also where a lot of like you guys will have benefit is that without internet, without social media, it will be impossible for me to hang out with you.
Yes. That's true.
Right?
Yes.
Who in the right mind you have Sean, you have 3 strangers, young dudes, knocking on the door outside. They want to meet you. You siao, right? Right? So it's insane. But now
Yeah.
with social media, you guys really don't need to take a lot of my time instead of just doing this online. So all this becomes the benefit that how I wish I had when I was 22.
Right.
Because with my hustle spirit, right, I think I can beat all of you. Even if I were to, this is that kiasuism that I have lah. So like really, if I were to go back, I would really hustle all the way through. And you guys can work until midnight, until morning one. That's why I cannot. Because I don't know what to work on. And that becomes the quite a common issue among Malaysian youth. They don't know what they are good at.
Yes.
They don't know. Even they are a support or they are a carry or whoever. They don't even know what they do. You know. So you have a carry person go and attack people. So those are the lingos that I'm now trying to adjust. Like the fact that I'm using all these reference to explain. Suddenly all makes sense. Like last time, it was to all talks, all online materials are made to impress other experts. That's why lecturers are boring. That's why forums are boring because it's supposed to impress people who knows about stuff. But when you take social media as a sharing platform, the key to effective communication is whether the listener understands or not.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, it's about what was heard, not what was said. So, and also I think it's very, very interesting for you guys.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But it's very confusing as well.
Yeah, it's confusing also. But it gives us a lot of opportunity lah. Yeah, like we can do a lot of stuff through online also. Yeah, I can explore a lot. Yes. Okay. So going back, I think to your YouTube channel, like when you go to all those like property, different kind of property, is it you pick the property yourself, or like there's like company invite you, or there's like mix of everything, like
A mix of everything.
it's mix of everything lah inside. Okay.
So like when I was starting, then it was what was available. Everyone hated me. Like I need to somewhat call favors for agents to let me shoot their property. Right?
Okay.
It was troublesome to a lot of agents. It was troublesome
Mm.
to people like, hey, yo, can you not shoot? It's not like people will buy also.
Okay.
So then I need to beg agents, please lah, let me shoot, please lah, let me shoot. Then until audiences call me up to shoot their houses.
Mhm.
Until today, I still don't understand why. Apparently, they can tell people that Sean Tan came to my house. So I'm absolutely fine with that. So after that, then you have the developers inviting me over.
Mhm.
And this was the turning point because usually when you go to new property launches in sales gallery, right,
Mhm.
there will always be this sign, no camera, no recording, no
Yeah.
phone,
Mm.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Means that the only way to understand the property is to come to my sales gallery.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because sales gallery are designed in a way where I can make you buy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can make all these fancy things, give you orange juice, then sit in the air conditioned sofa, then you talk to you about packages, then you sure sign one.
Mm.
Now when I have access to people invite me to shoot, I get to shoot. They lock down the sales gallery just for me,
Wow.
Oh.
That's
so I
cool.
can shoot and express the entire thing online.
Mhm.
Whether or not they pay me is a whole different story. But then it gives me access.
Mm.
So I now have this access to all these new property, right, before anyone else.
Mm.
And because of my private knowledge on development and property investment, I know what questions to ask.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course, there are still certain sensitive issues like land ownership
Mhm.
or compliance to the government, because you know lah, Malaysia, right, still work
Yeah.
some hidden agendas. But
Yeah.
so I got into several troubles because when I mentioned very sensitive things.
Oh, okay.
So like now after doing around 200 episodes, I know what kind of topics that owners have absolutely no reason to know, right? But it was just if you're an industry player, then you know someone will do it, but it has no value to you guys. So I will just eliminate that out, because last time I want to bring up all the ugly truth, but nobody cared.
Okay.
Right, then like I will ruin the access to all these wonderful projects that I have.
Mm.
Then like now it's the difference of me being in Makeover Guys, because in the Makeover Guys we are doing around 100 properties a month.
Mhm.
So I have a bowl like full of keys.
Wow.
So when I go to office, I'll just like, hey, let's go here.
Oh. Randomly pick lah.
Yeah, so I see which project exciting, then I go lor. So I always
Oh.
like, then sometimes I want to go a specific project
Mhm.
just to see the architect's work or just to see the development's work.
Mhm.
And yeah, so it's a mix and match. So some agents also call for favors. Like, hey, I have this project. Can you help me shout out? So for all collaborations with agents are all free.
Okay.
And I'm super proud when I say this. I have received 0 commission. So I don't really care whether you guys buy. So the outcome of the video has absolutely no correlation with me.
Oh.
That's how I stay neutral. That's how I stay, how I maintain the integrity of the channel. If not, right, people will say, wow, Sean now, see the fella buy watch like nobody's business, right? Sure, all this commission, he makes
lah,
them
yeah
a lot.
Yeah.
It's very easy to think that.
Yes.
Because if you guys are in the media world, last time if you were to do a property video, it's around 1 to 200,000.
One.
Yeah, those CGI.
Uh-huh.
When you go to this preview video,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this
Wow.
fake car going through these birds and plants,
Uh-huh.
all this one is easily 100 to 200,000, man.
Wow. That's expensive.
My fee is less than 10%.
Mm.
That's why it makes more sense for me to go.
Mm.
So how I make more, I shoot more videos.
Yeah.
But then I'll need to balance between new projects versus existing project versus old projects, then high rise landed. So to make sure that you guys, I cannot let you eat fried chicken every day, man. Sometimes must have steamed chicken, sometimes might have duck, sometimes might have pork, right?
Yes.
So only you won't be sian. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then also when you have a combo of all these kind of things, then
Mhm.
it becomes a channel.
Yes.
So it's a mixture of everything lah.
Yeah, lah,
What a long way to answer your question.
Good. It's good.
Yeah, it's
Basically,
okay.
to sum up, you can
Yeah,
only
yeah.
have fried chicken, can have steamed chicken, roasted duck, semua.
Betul.
Yeah. Then I got one of your episode. I think you went to Penang. You know the Sky Ridge Garden?
Yeah.
The unit you intro inside the video is exactly my girlfriend's family. They bought the actual unit you share to the audience. It's
Legit.
legit. Because I went to Penang because my girlfriend's cousin is staying there. So I stay there. Then the cousin suddenly open the video lah. You reviewing the Sky Ridge Garden one. Then I see, why so familiar one? Why the chair putting there also same one? Oh, it's you reviewing their house. It's exactly
my
the same
God.
one. Then
So they bought after I reviewed.
I think I'm not sure with this one. I didn't ask much lah, but I was like, wait, why the TV? Why the content same thing one? Then, okay. So then when I told my girlfriend that I invited you to my show, then I said I'm gonna tell Sean that you reviewed their house. Then I'm like,
and the weirdest thing, right? The weirdest thing to that is it was a favor. So it was a friend, the agent that brought me there. And it was really like I was going into like 4 different properties that visit. And how I visit, like all people thought that you go Penang, maybe go 4 days shoot one project lah, right? I go 2 days shoot 4 projects.
Whoa.
So and I edit at night one. So I take the earliest flight and the last flight back. Then really true hustle. Then because no money lah last time. Then when I do that episode, it was really that eye-opening experience where the difference between KL condos and Penang condos. So like because Penang has always been condos also, but their emphasis is different. KL is relatively new in that sense compared to Penang. That's why you can see like the emphasis on entrance statement. The facility that is insane one, really kiasu one, KL one.
Yeah.
But then the unit layout, we can be really, really small. Like 450 square feet can be a unit. In Penang, cannot accept one. Then they are really like the word of mouth spreading in Penang is really, really strong. It means, in other words, if you want to be famous in Penang, it's very easy. Because everybody almost everybody goes to the same school.
Okay.
And especially if you play sports, right? You know even more people.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, because like there's only a few main schools, and if you play basketball, if you play handball or badminton, right, everybody know everybody one. But like KL, right, because there's so many influx of
many
people come lah, Penang people come lah, Seremban people come lah. Like, then like I am in my own hometown, I don't know anybody, right? Yeah. So that's the very exciting thing. But that episode was free again, like, and whether or not people buy the property, I have absolutely no clue.
So you just review, talk about it, that's it.
So I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. If you like it, you buy. If you are okay, so the entire intention of this property review, right? It's buying, make informed decisions. That was the entire punchline for this entire series. Before you buy something, right, you know that in front of the road is shitty. The swimming pool is like that. You have this beam cutting across your living room, which is the exact unit, right? Then the developer kind of made noise to the friend of mine. Why your friend are going to say bad things?
Oh, serious?
Then the ceiling height was really low in certain areas. But if you're okay with all those negative things, go ahead.
Yeah. it's your choice at last, right?
Yeah, not everybody was just like, oh yo, I buy because he say nice lah. Because he say it's never his fault. It's never their fault one. So I was kind of sick to that excuse really, and that's why the entire series. So now you cannot, you can no longer use the excuse I don't know, which is indirectly your generation punya punchline, which means you guys now can no longer use I don't know already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only use I don't know yet.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, you know how to
Yes,
use
everything.
you know how to use Discord. I don't know yet. Wait, let me figure out.
Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
So you have absolutely all information within the
Yes.
internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how can you guys still be sucky?
Yeah.
Yes. True.
Makes sense.
So so it's a choice, right? That's why like how can you not understand investment when you have all knowledge in there?
Yeah.
Then I this is like a statement that I pose to myself. And then like how can why? That's why I go and purposely ask people pay speakers do this, right? Apparently it's when people don't know things that they don't know. There's three levels of knowing. You know what you know. I know I can speak Mandarin. I know what I don't know. I know I cannot play Dota. I
Yeah.
suck in Dota. But then I don't know what I don't know. I don't even know what the yacht club is. What are the monkeys. So so a lot of people are in this category where they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
So how do you then crack this code is to randomly learn stuff and let life guide you. When like there was this show that they call the Yes Man or this Yes Theory, where you just say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You
YouTube
just go
channel.
go bouldering and not go lor. Want to go do this and not go lor. Not try this and not try lor. But in order to keep up with my Instagram posts and feeds, no. Then that becomes like a restricting thing. Like it was a time when Instagram made people do things.
Yeah.
In order to have a killer image for my post today, right? I need to climb a mountain.
Yeah.
By staying at home, I can never do that. So just go and climb lah. But now because I don't want to look too tired, I don't have the right outfit. That's why I don't go. Then like, ayo, wasted lor. And because you never know what kind of people you will find during that journey. And that's a thing that a lot of successes that I see are all because of the people they know. Like the fastest way to learn about something is when somebody guide you, and everybody can be an expert in anything they like now. So you just need to like something else, right? Like I'm learning all my online investment from a 24-year-old cousin of mine.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people thought I learned from some maestro, right?
Yeah.
No, I learned how to trade crypto from a cousin. So I need to buy him ramen in exchange, right? But he explains to me what is Bitcoin, what is Ethereum, what is Polkadot, what is this, what is this. Or then like,
Yeah.
oh, it's the same game. Then only I try to find out more. So that's why the channel is to help people bridge that level of I don't know what I don't know. So when you just on the podcast, you just let me feed you with information. Oh, what's this term? What is this density? What is this rental return? What is this? They slowly refine your search. That's like, oh. So that's why then when I threw that punchline just now, it's really to get people to just be open-minded. Because if you have not searched or shop property before, you will have never come across my channel.
Yes.
That's why when like you tell me you came across my channel, like, huh? At your age, really? Your parents maybe, yeah. So yeah, so that's why that's how I really think the Penang one as well. So is to really see what I do know about property in Penang.
Okay. Yeah. Darren, you got something to ask, right, about your hometown?
Yeah. I this one I just want to ask for my genuinely curious. What do you think about sommelier? Any thoughts?
Perfect won't stay because it's still reasonable in terms of pricing.
Okay.
But it depends on several things. Number one, your working lifestyle, like where you work and how you earn money. If I'm that's why when my team and I, we designed the Ergo homes, Eco Worlds, where there's this new concept where so it's just it's within the same role of nothing home also. So
Yes.
this is very cool concept, but the persona that we had is insurance agents, gamers, Twitchers, YouTubers. If I can make money being at home, it's a perfect location.
Oh.
But if it's for investment as per se, so if you talk about investment, then there's only two ways to look at it. Is it for capital appreciation or is it for rental returns? These two things, capital appreciation solely lies on how much the next person is willing to pay to stay at your place. So that needs to come with a lot of convenience factors such as hotel lah, mall lah, hospital lah, offices lah, right? All this kind of thing. Then rental returns solely depends on job opportunities. So rental indirectly, right? Especially like you guys just rented rooms, right? What differentiates different locations is the demand for temporary space, right? So you guys will not stay in PDS 7 for just because I need it for 3 years. That's why I pay 700 a month.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So
why.
if I can afford more, I pay 2007 to own a own house.
Yes.
So that's the concept of rental returns. The more reason why people want to stay there temporarily, the higher the rental demand is. So if you look into Semenye, if you zoom in only places close to tertiary education, will have better investment prospect in that sense. But if you look into own stay point of view, places that are closest to Aeon, places that are closer to MRTs, then it makes better sense. In that sense.
True.
So like for the old school Semenye, that one is really for melancholy, for romantic purposes only.
Yeah.
Right? Like why you want to go back to the old road? Someone you go through so many temples. Then one road in, one road out. There's so many traffic lights, right?
Yeah.
When the new highway cuts through the old road, you don't even need to drive through the old road anymore.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, if I want to buy own stay purposes because it's close to my parents' house, okay. If I want to buy it for rental, not as great because you have other options.
Yeah.
So just because you have other options, that's why it's not that great. But if you die, don't know why, must only buy Semenye properties, then I'll pick the one closest to universities or the one closest to MRT stations. So when you say Semenye as a location, is it good and bad? There's still very micro things involved.
Okay.
It's not a one blanket statement. Semenye cannot one lah. Jialat. You know Semenye how big or not?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah lor.
Okay. Then
interesting.
I think my turn. My question is, I think, so if we really like prepare to buy a property already, maybe not, maybe for investment purpose lah. So do you like, how to say? Sometimes I don't get it. What's the difference buying expensive condo and landed house? Okay, example, the condo is almost 1 million. The landed house also 1 million. Like why some of the people will choose condo rather than landed house? Sometimes I'm still like don't know what's the point because I feel landed is better because that's how I feel
Okay. That's a great question actually. Like 1 million, you can buy a condo and landed. The reason why I still buy 1 million condos, right? Because the rental can go up to 3,008 to 4,002.
Because based on the rental fee.
Okay, so like how? That's why that's why the step one is your intent of buying. If it's for investment, right? So for investment, there's two types again: capital appreciation or rental returns. If I want rental returns, it's calculated based on my installment amount.
Oh, okay.
For a 1 million property, right? Now interest rate is around 2.9%. So around I need to pay per month is 2008, 2009. If my rental is 4,002, why I
Yeah.
complain?
Yes.
Got profit.
Right? Yeah. So as long as my unit get ready, then I do it up nicely. I rent up to 4,002. Every month I collect 1,000 extra.
Yes.
So that being said, so that's a very ideal investment in a superb location and a lot of demand. Then it can happen. If I were to buy a 1 million terrace house, how much rental can I get? At max 1,008, 2,000.
Oh, serious? Okay.
So if you look it around, like rental returns for landed houses are really, really low one.
Oh.
Okay.
And 1 million houses now in KL is all old houses. Like
Yeah,
PJS, like the one that you guys stay, right?
Yeah.
Security is very good, man.
No.
No. Bad.
Bad.
So would you pay 1 million to stay in that house every month, pay the bank 3,000?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Then, like now, because there's this new stratified gated and guarded properties. And So properties got stratified, landed, and individual title, right? Those type that you guys stay is individual title, where the road belongs to the government. So I cannot just close up the road and say it's mine, nobody gets to get in, cannot. Then how do you take care of security? Then when the gate suddenly, then we have the neighbors stop bark, right? Walao, I don't know. Them scared one, then suddenly got a lot of drama. Then these people just to show off lah.
Yeah.
Right? I them familiar one. So does it make sense to buy your house in the future for 1.5 million? Who would pay 1.5 million to put my children in risk? So that's why a lot of people will say that okay, last time capital appreciation is for sure for landed properties. But now when I have a better alternative in terms of security and well-being, why would I still want to go for old property?
Yeah, true.
Because last time there was no landed strata, there was no gated and guarded properties. They were all same one. A terrace house in Semenyi and terrace house in Seremban the same. But now it's different. But if you look into the data of past transacted prices, yes, number one in terms of price appreciation is still terrace houses, no doubt. But what comes really close to that is number two, apartments, high rises. So you have a high rise where rental returns number one, capital appreciation is number two. Why don't you buy that? Because now, let's say, if you were to buy a condo, let's say, right? Let's say it's a 1 million condo, but for sure every month, if you can rent out, right? Every month positive 1,000, will you buy?
Buy.
Right? Die also buy, my pinjam money also buy, right? Donate blood also buy. So, so in that sense, why would I buy something that every month I still need to cough out money?
Yes.
Unless I am filthy rich. I have a lot of people who just buy property for the sake of putting their money in a different form only. They have like maybe 80 million in the bank. They must buy 2 factories, which is 20 million each.
Okay.
Just for the sake, right, to put their money in real estate form only.
Okay.
Because if you want to put it in cash, it's going to devalue faster.
Yes, true.
10 years later, when I sell the factory, it can still make some money.
Yes.
But if I don't do anything with the money, it's definitely going to reduce. It's going to shrink in value.
Yes.
So that's why there's still always buyers for ridiculous pricing properties, right? But can you market to them? So like if you have a lot of money, then whatever you can buy whatever you like lah. But for us that don't have money to start with, we don't even have any, like we can barely make it, right? I buy property with that in mind. So like my property that I buy when I was 22, per month I just rent out again 1,004. My money installment is 800 now. And do I want to sell it? Why would I sell it, right? Every month it makes me money. And that's the definition of asset. How do you, every month when you get your salary, what do you buy that will bring you more money? But a lot of people, then this is the rich dad mechanism again, where a lot of people buy things that they think are assets. I buy car is an asset, accounting calculate is an asset, Wow. So the house is a home an asset. Like if I buy a landed home, is it an asset? Not really. Every month I need to pay 3,000.
Yeah, lor.
Then the maintenance lane, then the roof leaking lane, then later piping lane, then this lane, that lane. Walao eh. After I buy the house, right, every month I become poorer already. Then suddenly when a friend comes, hey, you know this coin is going to make it in the founder, so I know. You buy this NFT, you get this access, initial access. I give you first. You just give me 20,000 first. No money really, bro.
Yeah, lor.
Then like 200, then they just launch, then boom, 3 days later it becomes 200,000. More fun because you got no money, you need to serve the installment.
Yeah, lor. Okay.
And that's the definition of why I don't encourage people to buy dream home. Husband and wife, right? Imagine they buy a 1 million house, right? It means like your salary, like I guess a one person 5,000, combine 10,000. Half of one person's salary, right? For the next 25 days is just for the housing installment. Taimo. And the job, you kena whack lah, you kena tikam from behind lah. You cannot say anything because you need the salary so you can pay the bank for a house that you don't need.
Yes.
Like terrace house, like you really like you go in, like have you cleaned the house before or not? So I have now a lot of elderlies, not elderlies, a lot of people in their 50s and 60s all want to downgrade. They are staying in bungalows and I regret, Sean. My mansion now is 7 million, I regret. What you regret? 7 million, and wow, that's the dream life that we want. I cannot sell because who is going to buy my mansion for 9?
True.
Right? Then I cannot do anything to it. Then every month I need to clean, right?
Yeah.
I'm literally being a slave to the house.
Yeah.
And because the house is very junky, the infrastructure surrounding the house is not. Street lamps still those old type. The road still narrow type. The longkang all exposed one. Then security is by my own one. Then like I cannot sell at higher price because they are better landed property inside.
Yeah.
I cannot rent it out. How much you want to rent? 3,000. It's not even enough to cover the roof, the repairs. Then like, well, what can I do? I'm stuck with it. Then I don't want to stay inside because it's only me and my husband and 2 dogs. Then they will need 3 maids just to clean up the house.
Yes. Yeah, because big
Imagine when you have a house with 6 toilets. So those are the things that when you are at that stage, then you understand. But when you talk to a lot of people who are yet to graduate, oh, my dream home is to live in a mansion or I don't want. So, and because our parents' time, they don't understand what is high-rise living. I really want to be able to be in a life where, hey, sure, can I come and see you downstairs? I'm going to come to my cafe. There's a cafe downstairs. Yeah, after I meet my friends, I go grab some groceries, then go upstairs. Then my kid needs to go tuition. Then I just ride a bike, let him there. Then I want to go to work KL maybe 2 times a week. Then I just drive there. Then if my kid wants to go to some concert or meet their friends, take LRT, just take lah.
Yeah lor.
So that's if not right, if it's a landed property, like the property you guys, the only way is to
Drive.
eat, drive, go out and meet friends, drive. Everything drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that's the main difference between a high rise and a landed. But landed, no matter how you tell elderlies, right? 700 if you pay for 700,000 if you pay for an apartment, they will sure make a lot of noise.
Yes.
You can buy landed, please tell me where.
Yeah.
Even Seremban house not 700,000 already. So that's why it's a very, very interesting time when, again, when parents and kid come to talk to me, I understand both concerns because I was raised in between as well. That's why like now personally I'm buying all condos.
Oh.
But before this, I have several landlords. But are they making me money? Not really. I'm trying to exit one luxury home. I think I'm losing money for that.
Oh.
All be, Sean is the property guy, yeah, I should still lose money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yada, any question?
I've got no questions, but maybe just one last thing. If you would, if you were to give a quote to all of our audiences, what would it be?
The younger
Any quote?
generation,
Yeah, our age.
a piece of advice.
Yeah, a piece of advice in the form of a quote or whatever.
Wow. I have gratitude, be accountable for whatever you guys do. So I think that's the main differentiation. Like the fact that you guys are being born, you guys are alive in this interesting era, right? And you guys have access to the internet, Discord, all this knowledge, right? You guys are already ahead of the curve. Because of that, you should work your face off.
Okay.
Because not everybody gets that opportunity.
Yes.
Right? But then after going through all those hustle, there are certain things that you need to sacrifice. Be accountable for all your decisions. It's your life, not your parents.
Yes.
Or because my friend said it, because my wife said it, because said it, because it's your fault. Own it and move on. So like the Yamcha session, when there's this quote that really inspired me, it's everybody is given 2 lives. The second one starts when you realize you have only one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard of this before. It's really deep.
So like when you are now like really lost, really like so confused, right? When you know you are only here once, right? Then whatever decision you make suddenly all makes sense.
Yes.
And most probably, this will sound too soon to you guys, but we are most likely going to live another 90 to 100 years old. So because of the modern technology and because of the advancement in healthcare, right, all of us are going to live very, very long.
Yeah.
Why and what's the rush in achieving success?
Yes.
Because
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, because success currently is only defined by how much money you have in the bank.
Yes.
Right? Like, oh, I'm very successful, ma. Why? I got you. Look at my bank account.
Yeah.
So in other words, if I were to transfer 100,000 to you, are you instantly successful?
No. No.
Yeah.
It's a long road.
Yeah. So indirectly, the target shouldn't be an amount in your bank. It should be a person you want to be.
Yes. Okay.
Or this a bit chim, a bit chim. So it's like when you become that somebody that people is willing to spend 3 hours in listening to you, then it's that brings money and fortune and fame or whatsoever. But you will need to be that person first. And how to be that person is going through grit, going through all the hustle, all the shit, all the drama.
Yes.
In order to discover yourself.
Yes.
But everybody wants it instantly fast, then sorry lah.
Yes.
And yeah, so a lot of people fan because they want it too fast.
Yes. True.
So I was fortunate enough when I like that 70,800 check. So I was making a few more, and I realized that it's just a figure in the bank. Am I super rich now? No. Am I well to do? Okay. But the fact that you guys are willing to just sit down and hear me rap, right, means way more than people with a lot of money, like down in the mall, they are just buying gift for people's verifications. Like to me. Then let's say if you guys really do find success, which I'm pretty certain you guys will, then in 20, 30 years' time, what was the changing point? Oh, I think it's that Sean episode.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
It will be.
Right? Then suddenly like, oh shit, where is he now?
Yeah.
Right? So
Yes.
so I'd rather be that. And speaking of investment, right, this is the investment that I'm willing to put in. To me, you guys are like altcoins.
Okay.
So,
Understand?
So if immediately you guys catch the relevance. I'll just put in a little bit, maybe boom to the moon. Then you guys very famous at times. So next time I'll invite you guys to my podcast.
Hey. That's good.
Yeah, so that's the entire, and you guys can really see the patterns of me doing this very often.
Yes.
Like if I were to tell you guys, okay, 1 hour of my time is $5,000. Xiao mei. And when you guys will tell the friends, that guy, I thought he damn king tao. Yeah, so that's why I really hope that what you guys are doing and at your age, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are willing to hustle is already different. So that is something I really admire. And as soon as you guys realize you guys have a very, very long road, but it's only one time, make it count.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's oh my god, that's good advice. Okay. Okay. I think let's end this session already. Just want to say a big thank you to you, Sean.
Yes.
Really appreciate. Wait, I pressed the sound effect.
The sound effect one. I do podcast so long, no sound effect one.
Huh? I thought Xiaopi Hai one you just posted, right? I saw the.
Xiaopi Hai is on their platform.
Oh, okay. Then
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Really
Thanks
happy.
Hopefully, what I shared is valuable. I think.
Yeah,
it is.
It is valuable. Okay. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone enjoy and love and can learn a lot from this episode.
Yeah.
And once again, we three of us really want to say a big thanks to you, Sean, to coming to our show. Thank you. Really thank you.
Thank you.
We are just three guys that just want to do some contents to inspire people, especially our age, to how to say to influence them. Also,
to share knowledge.
Share knowledge and everything. So wait.
More effects.
Music. Cue the music. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching another episode of Speaking About That. We'll see you guys again. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Bye.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into our podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to tell us what other topics that you would like us to cover. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you in the next one.